Perfect. Everything's looking good. Got your character models on screen. Got the roles, the board. Okay. So welcome everyone to Curse of the Vistani, the D&D Homebrew campaign. You all excited?
Yep.
Yes.
Yay! By the way, Meteor, your game still says you're playing Factorio.
Oh, yep, probably does.
It does indeed.
Of course, he's playing Factorio. Just different Factorio.
Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. There we go. Angel, thank you for the 51-month resub.
I've been waiting to do that.
You've been waiting to do that?
Yeah.
Just for this? Alright, so we have 4 players here with us. And I apologize for eating. My dinner got here really late.
Not back yet.
At least it got there in the end.
Yes. So we have Lily, who is playing a tiefling bard named Saplin. Say hi, Lily.
Hello.
We have Pika, who is playing a dark elf rogue named San. Is it San or San?
San.
San. And she has a... She has a direwolf companion.
Yep, named Morrow.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe you didn't get that reference.
And I need to ban those. Give me a second. Those are more of those Haas accounts. How do I ban those? Give me 1 second. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's what I was wanting. There. There. And there. All 3 of those are now banned.
Good job.
Hi, Melody.
Hi, Melody. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so where do we leave off? So Pika, Dark Elf Rogue. She has her direwolf pet named Morrow. And then we have Nihon, who I don't have a sprite for yet, but we will get one for him.
Yes, we will work on that.
Melody.
I've been somewhat busy. Hi, Melody.
And he is a paladin, not giant, Goliath. A Goliath paladin.
Yes.
Name to be determined.
Name is actually being determined now. So
right.
Yes, I have one. So I don't know if it's updated yet.
And then last but not least, we have Firedale, the Tabaxi monk.
Yeah.
Okay.
How?
So currently, we are going to be checking their characters to make sure all that is set up properly.
And questions.
Any
Yep.
questions, right?
So what name
How
did
do you
put in
change your
the
little icon on Roll20?
On Roll20, you'll have to go into Roll20 itself instead of my campaign, just the normal Roll20 page.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to edit your picture on there.
Fido, what name did you end up picking in the end?
Curio.
Okay.
Wait, Tyrio?
Curio.
Curio. Oh.
Not curious, but curio.
Yeah, okay.
He was saying to me yesterday either Snoopy or I said Omi.
So how do you spell that?
Curio.
Okay, Curio.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nope, that's not the one I wanted to do.
So are you
There we
live
go.
now, Meteor?
I am live, yes.
Okay. I will go live too then and show off what Nene did.
All right, so let's refresh this. Aurora.
And start.
Yes.
Aurora. Okay.
You had it right. It's Aurora. It's a slight corruption of Aurora, as in the city in Colorado
Okay.
that I live near. So
Aurora Borealis.
I was literally cycling through like 7 or 8 different names of cities around here that were just like, I just changed a couple letters and I was trying to find one I liked and that one clicked. So
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Fido, I like what Nene's done.
Yeah, the picture there is something I did, but she gave me the borders and the border.
I'm gonna
All
get
right.
dizzy the longer I look at it though, because it's just spinning constantly.
So, who should we look at first, character-wise? Who
You
wants to
like
go
what
first?
I did though, Pika?
It looks really good.
No one?
Who should we look at first? Well, what are you wanting? What questions do you have for us? You said this is discussion day.
yes.
So, for creating your character, let's look at Lily's. I think hers is pretty much set up, but you can
Mostly.
follow along in yours as well.
Yeah, I'm just peeking at spells right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you go to your character sheet, and edit it, on the Home tab, there should be character preferences. You want to make sure Homebrew is turned on. You want to turn on optional class features and customize your origin, which I notice you don't have on there, Lily. So you want those turned on. Advancement type's going to be milestone. Prerequisites, feats, and multi-class requirements on. Show level.
So
guild
we want
spells.
optional class features and customized origin turned on.
Yes.
Okay, good. I just enabled those.
And then for the encumbrance type, we're going to do no encumbrance.
Okay.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
The Adamonic Maniac, thank you for following me.
Hey, Adam.
Tinko, welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Have fun. Didn't know you were going to stream this, but have fun. Yes.
Yeah.
This is our first session.
I was gonna say I might stream next week. I think I was gonna skip this
Hey, the
week
more-
just because it's like class like day 0 stuff. But next
Yeah.
week I might hop
Hey,
on
the more
and
the
do some
merrier.
stuff. And plus, I gotta get everything set up. I gotta have a scene set up for all this and stuff too. So
Right.
that's gonna take me some time.
Yeah, I've been spending like all week perfecting it.
Oh boy.
I've not streamed in months.
We need
so-
to enable the Rick and Morty content. Oh no.
No. No Rick and Morty.
All right, so encumbrance type, no encumbrance, and ignore coin weight.
Look at me, I'm Pickle Paladin.
So that's the main settings you need.
Yes.
Yeah, hold
Then...
on. I'm now getting to it. I had to deal with a certain set of followers too.
Okay.
So I'm going to preferences. Homebrew is on.
Hi, Adam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Homebrew, Magic, and Eberron were on by default for sources.
I just want to make sure they are on. If they're
Ignore
not.
core weight.
I
We
tried
are
to
ignoring
enable them all.
encumbrance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
Okay.
turning on optional class features and customizing your origin.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Fire,
Can
are
do.
you going to be showing your character build because you've only got the Roll20 page up?
Yeah, I was in the settings there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
See, are you watching? Are you watching, Pika?
Mm-hmm.
Poof.
All right, so you have your race.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
there was a
smart
delay.
cookie.
You all have your race selected. So next we'll do class. So for some of you in the class, this is really easy to miss. There's a underneath your class name, there's something that says class features, optional feature manager, and spells. Some of you won't have the spells, some of you will.
Yes, I do not. I have additional paladin spells, but it's not checked. That's the
Yeah,
second
an
level
optional
spell.
feature manager only showed up when we toggled that on just now.
Yes.
All right, so if you have spells, you can click in there, and then click add spells, and you can look through your spells there.
Yeah, I think I still needed to learn
You need
one more first level.
So with...
I was trying to look at what I get from my race so I don't double dip.
Mm-hmm. That's always good.
So, like, I know that I start with Minor Illusion as a tiefling, so I don't want to add that as a cantrip because I already know it.
Exactly. So, under the add spells, you can see that she has 2 cantrips and 4 spells that she can do. It'll be different for the rest of you based on your class and race. And you can sort the spells. If you click on the 0, that does just the cantrips. And if you do the 1, that'll sort by first level spells, and as you level up, there will be like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, etc.
I need no spells. I am the spell.
Lily
No,
is
cat repellent though.
picking out her last spell there.
Yep. I'm debating between Sleep or Bane.
Sleep or Bane?
Yeah, because Bane is just a concentration and just... I pick 3 things that are within my range, and they have to make a charisma saving throw, and if they fail it, they're baned, and they have to roll a d4 and subtract that from any attack or saving throws they make.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to take that one.
Okay, I need to turn people down.
All right. Then once you've finished that, we'll go on to the abilities. And for that, you want the choose a generation method as point by.
Are we doing point by?
Yes, we're doing point by.
We can create a standard array from point by, so it's a good medium.
Okay.
And I know that I want a lot of charisma as a bard. I get +2 as a tiefling to my charisma, and then as a Gloucester tiefling, I also get +1 to dex. So I know that I'm going to get those. And I can kind of see those if you look under score calculations. You can see where there's a racial bonus.
Yeah, so currently, with hers not doing any points yet, she has a -1 modifier for strength, dex, pretty much everything has a -1 modifier. It's
Yep.
probably 'cause she
Everything's a
hasn't-
-1 because it's at 8 right now.
Right.
Yep.
You want 10 for no negatives.
9 and
generally.
8 is -1.
Right. And then she has a racial bonus in Dex and
I set everything to 10
Charisma.
to balance it. You'll see that modifier goes away. The negatives all go away.
Where are we looking?
Abilities.
Yeah. Ability scores. And then we're selecting point bios or generation method, and we're editing from there.
Yeah.
So you want to try and put the highest amount in whatever you think you're going to be using most. Dexterity is always a good one. That's used quite a bit.
For my particular class, charisma is my spellcasting stat, so I want to focus charisma followed by dex.
Yep.
I was watching another campaign earlier, and they were leveling up a paladin character. Cam, thank you for the 1 month resub. Or 8 month resub even. They were leveling up a paladin class, and the DM was looking at it as like, you have your lowest stat is charisma. Charisma is what paladins use to cast their spells.
Hey, you can play an inept paladin.
And he's like, I'll let you change that if you want. She's like, nope, I already did it. Not gonna change it.
Yeah, I've got that actually as my number 2, right behind strength. So I've got strength, charisma as 1, 2. So they're pretty close.
Is it actually showing the changes that I've done to my points as I change them on my end for you, Meteor?
No, not on my end. So
Okay.
I would have to
did just change them.
Refresh.
Yeah. If I refresh. Yeah, now I can see them.
So
Actually, you know what?
So
I'm gonna switch that. Real
you
quick.
put 15 in charisma, 13 in both wisdom and dex, 11 in constitution and intelligence, and 10 in strength.
Yep, just so that I don't have any negatives across the board.
That's good. That's good.
So
I has a negative.
Tam. Ooh, D&D, good luck. Is this just a session 0, or will this also have a session 0.5 tonight? You probably have enough help, but can answer most questions on character stuff. This is kind of a 0 and 0.5, yeah.
This
Together.
depends.
We're doing the character sheets, and we are going to start things. Get like a good introduction going.
Yeah, because all of our characters still have to meet.
Exactly.
Okay, so for the
Aaron,
time
my
being,
friend's in here now.
I will switch over to the Watch Meteor window capture.
Yep.
All right, so then you got your character description. Now here's where you'll choose your background. There are lots of backgrounds to choose from.
Oh, nope, not that one.
Yeah,
So-
typically a bard will grab entertainer
Mm-hmm.
just because it gives you a disguise kit proficiency, which is helpful.
And if you select one,
And it gives you another musical instrument.
if you select one, it also gives you a brief description of what that is.
Right.
You have 6 years under your belt in D&D and D&D and adjacent TTRPGs. Awesome.
I don't know why Twitch keeps disconnecting me from Meteor's chat.
This is my first ever time playing D&D, and I'm DMing it, so hopefully I do well.
Hooray.
Yeah, Cam, you can keep me on track.
Melody's been worried about poor Meteor.
Yeah, this will be my second paladin. Last one I had wasn't a Goliath. It was a dwarf. God, I love playing him. He's so much fun. He was like overly enthusiastic about trying to convince people to convert to his religion. He was super nice about it. He's almost like a Mormon paladin. He was just like, "Hello, can I tell you about the good word about my deity?" He was like super nice about it all the time. He was never like trying. He's just like, "Would you like to go for a meal? We can talk about my deity here." He was like very enthusiastic about it.
That's awesome. You've been blessed with a single campaign that started in 2017 and is still going strong. Wow.
Yeah, I've been going since 2000.
All
Okay,
right.
so I was originally thinking about picking up Outlander as my background.
I think,
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've got, Outlander.
Right, I'm just wondering if I should swap it to,
to Entertainer.
yeah. I don't necessarily want
See,
Entertainer,
Outlander, that's the one that's like raised by wolves, right?
That's an
but it's
option.
one of the options.
Grow up in the wild, yeah.
Pick it,
It's
embraced
really
it.
just somebody who grew up in the wilds, so you didn't grow up in like a big town,
Gotcha.
very,
Okay.
very low tech area that you were born in.
Okay.
And when people say, "What were you raised by wolves?" she'll say, "Yes, yes, I
Yes.
was."
Yep, I was.
I mean, I figured for mine, Outlander might make sense just because since it's not a bigger town, if it's a smaller town, as a tiefling, I would have a better chance of not facing a ton of scorn necessarily from the town that I'm from, which could be interesting to play as I go into a larger town and have to deal with new interactions.
Meteor,
Yeah.
I am currently co-streaming you, just so you
Perfect.
know. I'm streaming your stream.
Perfect.
I just making sure you knew that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, and that gives
All right.
me
So yeah,
the
once
Wanderer background feature.
Then you'll get a couple proficiencies to choose from.
Yeah, if I can.
You can also put in your character details, like your alignment, which will be very important for how you play your character.
It took away my my proficiency list when I picked a instrument, so I'm not sure it was supposed to do that. I'm gonna reopen that.
If you go back and change things from a previous area, it can change things on the next area
Yeah.
because it changes stuff like that. It has to reload the list.
Right, like I can't pick proficiencies anymore, they're gone.
And then
Did you click the down arrow?
also
like if I switch to any other background I can see them, but for Outlander I cannot.
The Outlander may not get the same set of proficiencies as an option.
Okay, there it is. Well, because it was weird, because it assigns your skill proficiencies, which is fine, but when I picked my tool proficiency, you know how you're supposed to be able to select your languages from your background and things like that? That went away.
It depends on if it has one.
So when I picked it again, it gave me back the option to set a
How
language.
weird.
That's why I was saying it was weird. Because I knew it was supposed to still be there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab, I think, Elvish, just because it makes sense with my backstory to have that available for my language.
Does that mean she'll be able to talk to me?
So I think
we
everyone
all
speaks
speak common.
I think I chose Undercommon as my other language.
But yeah, your other language will be something that you could, like, if someone else doesn't speak common and they only speak Undercommon, then you can use that to speak to them.
And I think
Meteor...
I get Thieves' Cant anyway.
Yeah, I like Thieves' Cant. One thing I will say is for alignments is to have it be not rigid and affected by their character actions. Right. Yeah, they can play their character however they want. Alignment's just kind of a way to say this is what type of things you can expect, but if they like do chaotic good and they do something that's chaotic evil, I'm not going to say no, your character wouldn't do that.
Currently picking my personality traits. So I've picked, I'm driven by a wanderlust that led me away from home. And I'm always picking things up, absently fiddling with them, and sometimes accidentally breaking them.
Yeah.
Another good one for you guys to think about is the faith one. If there is a specific god you worship. Because,
yes. Because I don't know any.
You can look up a list of the gods.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember what the list is.
I have a few that I've been thinking about.
If there is a god that you worship, they can actually help you at times.
Yes. I remember that much from my last playthrough. that there were certain ones that had benefits. So
Yeah, Pika
Stuff.
would probably either be Loth or nothing. Based on her background, I could understand why she would have none.
Like I have a thief character that I made, not for this, for something else. And he worshipped Mask, the patron god of thieves.
Okay, and then for my ideals, I picked chaotic, which is change. Life is like the seasons, in constant change, and we must change with it.
But
And then for bonds, I grabbed an injury to the unspoiled wilderness of my home is an injury to me.
It's
And
very
then
natural.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to make my character very nature-based, so this works.
is
And
talking
my flaws.
a instrument?
It's wooden oval-shaped bells that usually hang from a surface, and you kind of play them just like percussion bells.
Okay.
They're interesting. I looked them up right before this. But you can kind of almost when I have more nature spells later, or if I grab thaumaturgy or something like that to use, you can kind of make the wind play them, which will be cool.
Oh.
Treat them like wind chimes.
Ira has put a lot more thought into her character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi,
I'm sorry.
Abby.
Hi, Abby. For those of you that are new, I do have a cat who likes to shoutcast. So.
yes,
And she's adorable.
frequently shoutcast.
She's me.
Okay.
All right.
And then my flaw that I'm gonna pick is I'm going to use I remember every insult I've received, and there's a silent resentment towards anyone who's ever wronged me. It just sounds fun, even though it means taking better notes. So
Yours sounds a bit similar to what I picked. I picked a few different things, but we've both got the chaotic one and the always picking up stuff.
Oh, good.
Just means you guys will get along.
Also, I'm the bard, and I can distract while you steal things. That's great.
There you go.
All right.
So then
set my alignment as chaotic. I was kind of torn between chaotic good and chaotic neutral. I will probably bounce between.
So then,
but I'm starting
thing...
chaotic good.
Okay. That's like very, very goody two shoes.
Well, no, because chaotic good is I'm going to do what my
good.
conscience
Lawful
tells me to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if your rules are in the way, oh well.
Right.
Your laws are fine so long as they don't stop me from doing what I think I have to do.
Yeah.
I won't put faith right now. I'll put that if circumstances give me a chance to put points into cleric.
Yeah.
Then I'll pick a deity at that point. Lifestyle. Do we have a particular one that we're starting with, or do we just kind of get to choose?
Let's see. Lifestyle. Yeah, just choose based on your character.
Based on your background.
So I'd say probably modest or comfortable.
Yeah.
Depending, because small town, so depends. Like the way I'm imagining this town that I'm from is there's no general store. It's just a bunch of various people who do different professions, and it's a barter economy.
Right.
So, I guess modest in that case.
Yeah, I'd say modest or comfortable would be... I'd say somewhere between poor and comfortable would be most, if not all of you.
Yeah, because modest is a lot of your laborers.
I don't think any of you... I could be wrong, because it's your characters. But I don't think any of you are like the super wealthy or super poor.
Nope.
If you're super wealthy, you better have a noble background.
I did pick aristocrat because at first I chose noble, and then I thought, hold on a minute, I'm a rogue. I could just steal from people. So I put it as that.
Exactly.
I was looking at your character before, and I did notice that you had a title.
I think it's still there. I don't know if I actually went and got rid of it. Nope, it's still there. I'm the last in my clan as well, so...
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't fill out too much of the physical attributes. I did put the hair and the skin color, which you can kind of see from the character token.
Mm-hmm.
Is I went with like a rose pink kind of hair color, and I was trying to go for like a pale amethyst or a light purple for skin, but there's only so much you can do
Right.
with the character generator. As far as age, I want to say that tieflings age similarly to humans, but they live a bit longer.
All right.
Think is the case.
I think so.
So probably like mid to late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put 24 just so that there's something there. And then fairly short. Tieflings are not usually the tallest.
Mm-hmm.
So I am 4'6".
Okay. I think that still classifies you as medium.
It should.
Yeah, we're all medium.
We are all medium
Well,
creatures.
Sip, I don't know
Small.
if Nihon
Well,
is.
no, he is.
Tiny would be like a mouse. Small would
Yep.
be like a dog.
Goliaths are still counted as medium creatures, but
Okay.
their
Yes.
carrying capacity is that of a large creature.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so they have giant strength. They're just not giants.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you
And
can jump on
then in my
then your
backstory, I've
equipment.
already filled that bit out.
Mm-hmm. And
So
then you
that's
want
already
to
there.
go to equipment, and it says to choose either equipment or gold. I would suggest choosing equipment.
Yeah.
As
'Cause
equipment
you'll have
gives you more.
Yeah, you'll have starting equipment options. Like
Mhm.
for me, like I'll have an entertainer pack,
Mm-hmm.
which starts me with the basics of a backpack, a bedroll, costumes, candles,
Then you can
rations,
get
a
like
water
some
skin, and a
starter.
disguise kit.
Yeah, and then you get starter armor, starter weapons.
Right, and I get to pick a musical instrument to start with.
You get a trophy from an animal you've killed.
Yeah, which I figured just like a necklace, like
Mhm.
a teeth necklace kind of thing would be an option, or like a fur pelt would be things that you could do for that.
Right.
I can't add the custom weapon in on this screen. I have got a custom weapon, but it's in on the actual
Okay.
build screen thing.
Oh, and
Yeah.
that's something I needed to talk to Meteor about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pika's. Well, I'll talk about it when we get to Pika.
Okay.
We'll do her next.
So let's see. Simple weapons. I think I might go with a quarterstaff for mine, for my weapon. And then for starting musical instrument,
And then you can all start with like, say, 10 gold pieces.
Your
Yeah.
starting equipment will give you
Yeah.
some starting gold.
yeah, it gives
too.
you a pouch with 10 gold pieces in
Okay,
it.
that's perfect then.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
I do start with a staff actually, so
Okay.
I could have a secondary weapon, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
Alright.
a dagger.
25 gold.
Dagger.
Now I've got 15.
And that's really all that's left for you, Lily, is just picking out your equipment. So
Yeah,
I'm
add
gonna go
starting
ahead.
equipment. So that's added in.
I'm gonna go ahead and go back over to.
Yeah, it also starts you
Pika.
with daggers.
Hey, I have my name.
Yes. So let's look at your character sheet now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on the main page looks good. Class, you have no spells because you're a rogue.
Yep.
You've chosen your
Well, I do
expertise.
have one, but that's because of being a drow,
Right.
which is just dancing lights.
Good distribution of your scores. You're also Outlander. Are you raised by wolves or?
Yep.
Okay.
Raised by Morrow.
He is.
And...
So I did have a
For
question
her
about that.
backstory, she was literally helped raise by wolves.
I did have a question about your backstory with that.
Yeah.
So you have that you're raised by wolves, but also that you're the last of your kind.
I'm the last of the tribe, at least.
So is that the wolf tribe?
No, that's the actual drows.
Okay.
The elves, yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
your drow tribe
The
was
drow tribe
killed
died.
off or died and left you abandoned, and then the wolves raised you.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
That's what I was wanting to know.
Yeah.
All right. So you got your alignment, lifestyle. Good. All right. So you said something about a custom weapon.
Try to help me with it.
Yeah, that is on her actual character bit, where she's got her character made. She's got a scythe. However, D&D removed the scythe in 5th edition, and so I brought back just the damage from it and created a custom weapon for it
Okay.
that's on her character sheet.
And I spent the 10 gold on it. That's why I had
Yeah.
25 gold and then it went down to 15.
Okay. So let me look
Yeah,
at
I
your
need to
character
look at
sheet.
my spell components so I can add items for spell components.
All right. So the scythe. Okay.
That's something I needed to ask Meteor about as well. Spell components, arrows, and the like. Are
Right, how
those
closely
things?
are we tracking those things?
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it too closely. Basically, just every so often, as we're passing through town, you stock up. Basically.
Yeah. The only just a little idea for something that we used to do for spell components.
Mm-hmm.
Our DM never worried about it unless it was a costly spell component. Like there's
Right.
some things like a bell that costs 10 gold or something like that.
Yeah, or if you
Mhm.
need for something way down the line, like a golden chalice worth so
Yeah.
much gold.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
You know,
Like
ones
it.
that actually have a cost.
Yeah, like if you require a stone or like a gem of some sort to activate it, that you do need to have. But like the what are they called?
Oh, Pika put her con bonus in strength instead.
I
What's
did a
that?
what now?
You didn't have a strength bonus when I was helping you yesterday.
No, because you said point base, I changed it.
What?
Also, a good thing to keep in mind for you is that you have sensitivity to light.
Yeah,
Yep.
I warned her about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dragon warned me.
So
And
what?
and this is Pika's way of warning you because Pika will forget.
So one thing that's nice and kind of not nice about Beyond 20, when you roll your perception, it'll automatically do it at disadvantage.
No, it won't. We tested it.
We did.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that note is there to make sure you know, but if she just clicks on that, it will just roll one die. She still has to right click and do disadvantage.
Okay. And
Because I thought that too until we tested it.
for all of you, you can hold either shift or control, and that'll do advantage or disadvantage automatically.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the
Really?
shortcuts.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'm assuming
there-
shift is advantage.
Yeah, shift is
I
advantage.
believe so.
Is there anything special that we have to do to pull our characters into Roll20? Other than just having the extension?
I
No,
think Meteor has to do that, set up the
So
pog.
we're not like
Gotcha.
pulling your character info into Roll20. Basically you just have Beyond D&D Beyond open and Roll20 open. It'll put whatever you roll in D&D
The
Beyond
rolls.
into
Yeah.
Roll20.
Okay,
Mm.
cool. So we're rolling from D&D Beyond.
Correct.
You can also
Okay.
roll from Roll20 as well.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can
I'm just
also
trying to figure out so that when I give Bardic Inspiration out, I know what to tell y'all to do.
right.
Yep.
You can also like click on an action or something, and it'll pull up a little sheet telling you what it is, and you can tell it to put that into Roll20 for everyone to see.
Mm-hmm.
It'll like give that description in Roll20.
Oh, and for sand there, where we didn't, or where I created the special thing with the scythe,
Mm-hmm.
I did not bring in any of the other special effects that it used to have, like it used to have reach and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
happy
I
I got
didn't bring
both.
that in. I literally just made it a base weapon.
Okay.
That's fine. I have my wolf. I have my scythe. I'm happy.
Yeah, so it's a scythe +3 to hit. It rolls 2d4 +1. Okay.
And she actually gave herself the strength bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Yours looks pretty good. Any other questions for yours?
Mm-mm. Nope.
All right. And have you played D&D before? I don't remember.
I have with X-Man and a few of his friends, but that was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And she played one little game with
Mm.
myself and Mooney.
Got killed by a manticore.
It wasn't
Because-
pretty.
Nope, it wasn't. It was really bad.
Okay.
So she has played, but not played much.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then we'll go to Nihon.
Yes. I am here.
Okay. Your starting stuff looks good.
I was gonna say while you were doing that, I was filling out most of the stuff.
Yeah. Good.
I've got a couple of mostly what I've got left to fill out is just like personal
Mhm.
characteristics and
And
stuff.
you don't have any spells
Change.
left, or any spells yet, but you will
Eventually, yes.
eventually. You also have the Lay on Hands ability, which is nice.
Yes, it is.
For
I remember
healing.
You
that. I
actually
remember
name
that.
your character.
He named his character Aurora.
I mean, where?
Aurora.
Where in the settings?
You do that in Home.
Yes. Also in description. Both of those have the same option.
Oh, it does
Thank
have in description. Okay, so
Nice. So between the
Abilities.
two of us, we've got some healing.
yep. Let's see. For your background, you picked Far Traveler,
Yep.
which makes sense for your character since you come from the mountains.
Exactly.
So let's see what's
And
that
us
do
mountain
for you?
people have to doesn't matter where, we have to travel everywhere. It's a freaking 8-hour
Mhm.
drive to the next big city.
Interesting. Interesting.
Live out their lives without ever traveling more than a few miles from where they were born. Okay, so this will be different for your character. He probably won't have ever left his hometown before.
Right.
Knows I might have met or Aurora before.
So remote that few. Yeah, okay. Find some of the land's ways to be strange and discomforting. Okay.
Yeah, you know.
I implied. Yep.
New
D&D.
Sounds fun.
Hey, implied. Yeah, new place. Some things are
Implied.
weird. I don't know
Mhm.
how to handle them.
I know the
You
feeling.
speak Orc. Interesting.
Yes, I couldn't think of something. I tried just to think of something that would be useful.
I can't wait to actually go through Firedale's one because I'm still laughing about it.
Everyone can tell you're a foreigner. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
And this is all good stuff for
Yeah.
me as the DM to know as well.
I was gonna say that one came by default, so
Mhm.
which is cool.
You can parlay this attention into access to people and places you might not have otherwise have for you and your
Indeed.
traveling.
Because everyone
companions.
loves foreigners.
Noble lords, scholars, and merchant princes, to name a few, might be interested in hearing about your distant homeland and people.
Scientists love me.
All right.
Scientists love this one. Scientists love this one weird thing about me.
Right. Got to embrace that tourism trade.
Let's see.
You know, when
Strong
someone
code of
walks
honor.
up to you and puts a bill that you don't understand what it means and they give you a mean look, you still accept it.
So strong code of honor. You're reserved, respectful in dealings.
Okay, I'm back.
God of your people are a comfort to you. So far from home. Yeah, as a paladin, that makes a lot of sense. You would definitely have a god.
Yes, that's the one thing I got to figure out. So I'll probably look through that.
Mm-hmm. Don't take kindly to some of the actions and motivations of the people of this land because these folks are different from you.
Yes.
Okay.
Again, tying into the whole things are weird and different. I'm not used to them.
Mm-hmm. All right, you have all your starting equipment. Okay, anything you're not sure about or wanted to ask about?
No, just unless you noticed anything that was kind of like not there that was missing.
He
So
took
you
horn
have-
too.
I did.
We've
I-
got a good old band going.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I kind of figured horn would make sense.
You have intimidation and insight as proficiencies.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that looks good to me.
I was gonna say intimidation felt like it made sense. I'm a 7'4" Goliath. You know, I'm gonna stare down some people and they're gonna be a little bit intimidated by
Mhm.
my bulk.
And then last but not least, we have Firedale. All that looks good. All right, so what did you want me to see about Firedales?
I speak. I don't know. I'm innocent.
Uh-huh. Sure
You
you
have
are.
unarmored defense, martial arts.
We have one thing to bring up before we actually start playing.
Cool. Far Traveler. Okay, so you are also Far Traveler.
Yep. Sorry, your stream's a little bit behind.
Skill proficiencies in survival. You have pan flute. You speak giant. Okay. People
Two weird
also
ones.
can tell you're foreign.
Very.
Chaotic
I mean,
neutral.
it's a walking cat person
Yes.
with a big
Or-
fluffy freaking tail.
Okay.
We have a cat, a drow, a tiefling, and a Goliath.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
We have a weird bunch.
Faded yellow
The tall
skin.
cat, by the way.
You're 6'3". Okay.
Yep, they're taller
How-
than the average human.
Nihon, how tall is yours?
7'4",
Okay.
because it's a Goliaths are between 7 and 8 feet
Yeah.
tall.
Good.
Okay, so Lily's the
Mm.
tiny one.
Yes.
Express
I am the
affection or
small
contempt in
tiefling.
ways that are unfamiliar to others. Firedale, do you curl up on people's laps?
Well, not quite.
It would have to be a decently sized lap.
So Nihon's.
Yeah. If I pet your head, it's a sign that you did something good.
Okay. Everything is strange and wonderful. Your freedom is your most precious possession. And you pretend not to understand the local language in order to avoid interactions you'd rather not have. That's funny.
Stranger in a strange land.
Okay.
Never been out and about because reasons.
So are either of you going to be using the D&D Beyond extension?
What's for streaming? I guess I should.
Yes.
I
I
might.
forgot that
I
that
think
was
I-
a thing.
Yeah, I think I
forgot
might have
put
to do that.
on.
I mentioned it in the chat earlier for
Yeah, you
Meteor, but I don't
did.
think he enabled it either.
Yeah, I
had not
literally just
enabled it.
decided today to stream, so
I'll have to figure that
Yeah, because
out.
that way it'll show all of our character names and it'll show our HP totals, and people can click on our character names to see our character sheet.
Neat.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
We will
Dreamception.
type that.
At least
Yep.
on Meteor's.
So that way they don't have to ask, hey, what is this character? They can just click on us and see our
Mhm.
character sheet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you heard it too.
Let's see if I can put that on real quick.
I've heard Streamception like 5 times now.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, I hear it myself.
There it is again.
It's
How
echoing
is
too
this
high, though.
happening?
I don't know.
Somebody has the stream open and it's playing through their mic.
It's not me. I have the stream open, but it's muted. So.
Mine is
I have-
also muted. I just checked.
Yep.
I don't have mine unmuted either.
Hey, banana.
Okay. If you guys refresh my stream, I think it should be there now. Maybe. Maybe not. Set as overlay one. Now,
the
if you
reason-
refresh it.
The only reason I don't keep
Yeah,
your
there it is.
streams muted is because if you mute, it doesn't actually count as a viewer. For some reason.
Yeah, that's why I
Can you
mute the
leave
tab
it?
instead of muting
Yeah.
the video.
That's a good point. Thank you. Thanks for the
Mhm.
reminder
Yep.
on that.
Okay, I figured out what was going on.
What was it?
It's where I went to my channel.
Ah,
Okay.
you had yours unmuted. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now if we
Sorry,
hover...
Nene. Sorry, implied.
Yeah, so now if we hover on Meteor Stream over on the left side, you can see
Oh,
the
yeah.
D&D Beyond expansion pops in.
Ah.
Yes.
Nice.
Is that
It's
done
not
in
permanently
Creator
there, but he
Dashboard?
has to hover over it. Yeah, it's in the Twitch extensions list.
Okay.
All right, so all of you can now go to your character sheet.
Yes.
You said you had another question for me, right?
No. I just I'm not anything. Is it if there's nothing I'm missing? I don't
No,
have any-
Lily.
Oh, okay.
Lily or Pika, one of you two.
Nope, weren't me.
I was gonna ask about the extension. That was the main
Oh, okay.
thing.
Gotcha.
The other
Is it-
thing was just noting that I did have to tweak my spells because I noticed that I get minor illusion at 2nd level and I'd added it, so I need to not.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I replaced that. I have charm person now.
Okay. Perfect. Alright.
Only other thing I can think of is you see on your character sheets next to your walking speed, they have a thing called inspiration.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
One of the things that my character can do as a bonus action is I can award someone bardic inspiration, which gives you an additional d6 that you can use on an attack roll or a saving throw, I believe. I'll have to
Mhm.
double check that.
So
And
that-
the easiest way to track that is click in that box when you're given that inspiration die.
Yes.
Ah.
And
if
I have
we're
somewhere
in
to
combat,
track how
I
many
can-
uses I've used.
And if we're in combat, I can actually mark that on your character. Well, I can like put a little mark on your character to remind you.
Yeah, and it's a one-time thing when you have it. You get to use it once, and then it goes away.
Nihon is not in roll 20.
Is it working on my stream?
Let me
Yeah, I
see.
finally muted the tab. There, Nene.
Okay.
Let me open yours too here.
Nihon, I'm putting in a link for you. That should get you into our campaign. And once you're in there, I'll...
Yeah, I don't see it on your end, Firedale.
What's added there?
Like, I see where it should be.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because it's a co-host thing. Yeah, like, I'm hovering all over looking for it.
No D&D Beyond campaigns found is what mine is giving me. And then it says sign into D&D Beyond.
You need to select
Yeah.
your campaign.
Yeah, you gotta choose one for it to track.
Where?
When you added the extension, there was a button to choose your campaign.
Yeah, if you sign into D&D Beyond through it, it should give you an option.
Well, I signed into D&D Beyond through it, but it's not showing
Okay.
anything. So I guess I'm not using it.
Banana, you clipped the streamception.
I mean, you should be able to get to the extension settings probably from your extension manager. If you can't get to it from there.
You don't see anything on mine either.
I
For
Refresh,
meteors,
Banana.
you have to hover all the way to the left of its stream window.
That's what I see. And when I click
It's
on
not.
it,
It's
it
not
opens up a
permanent.
new tab that takes me to the campaigns, and I select the campaign, and it's there, but there's no way for me to apply it or anything.
So it should be if you go to your extensions. Let's see.
Yeah, what you see there is where I've clicked the little gear icon on the extension. That is the extension configuration.
My extensions. Yeah, if you click the gear icon, there should be a button that says campaign selection.
I gave you a screenshot.
Oh.
In the Discord. It's
Yeah,
no extension for
sign
me.
it to D&D Beyond and either create or be added to a campaign. You should be in this campaign.
Yep. I've even got the tab open.
I'm not sure why it's not doing that for you. Why don't we mess with that later? Since are you
Yeah,
streaming
that's
right
fine.
now?
Yeah, I'm streaming, but that's
okay.
fine.
Well, we have it working on one of the streams at least to start.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I'll have my character on the screen in one form or another. So.
Right. Nihon, did you click the link?
Which one?
The Roll20?
20.
Oh,
Yeah, you need to do launch game when you go to that. That way you'll be in the map with the rest of us.
one moment. Oh, it's in the. It's in the thing, isn't it? Okay. There it is.
You should.
Yes. There we go. Yes.
Never mind.
I was looking for it. I was like,
There we go.
I knew
Now
it
I
was
see
There
it.
we go. Yay.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cute icon.
So
Thank you.
we're gonna figure out an asset for you real quick. As a temporary one till we get your actual one.
Yeah, I've got no clue. I wonder if it uses a
we'll
certain
just
set of
use
cookies that I'm
this
blocking.
soldier.
Oh well.
Nihon.
I'll try to screenshot this for Banana so that she sees what I'm seeing here. Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna create your character in here.
Thanks for testing.
Go. All right, now if I drag you like that, there, perfect. Okay. All right, so in Roll20, let me get back to my stream stuff. There we go. In Roll20, yeah, there you go. That's what I was about to say. You guys, this blank white screen is going to be like where you're sitting when there's nothing else to see. You can draw in here. You can do whatever you want in here. And whenever there's something for you to see, I can drag you guys into the proper map. So I'm going to drag you guys somewhere real quick. So here is a
Ooh.
blackjack table for any
Oh boy, we're going
gambling.
Oh dear.
and I can clear the drawings. Oh, actually, that's the wrong page. Clear drawings if
Aw.
need be. And I can move you guys back to the drawing board where you can draw to your heart's content. Another thing, if you hold down the mouse button, it'll do a ping. So you can use that to draw attention to, like, I want to fire a shot over here or at this person over here. Yeah, and you can roll, like Firedale's rolling. You can do commands to roll in there.
Oh, it doesn't show up on your screen if I roll lots of dice.
It showed up on my screen.
I can see them all in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat it shows, but the on-screen dice are just for you, and I have it turned off.
I also
Weep.
have those turned off, I think.
Weep. Weep.
Just because it can get a little distracting on top of the game board.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Hey, to disable the weep.
But so, just so you know, everyone on my stream can see the stuff that you guys are drawing, so nothing too vulgar.
We'll be good.
Meteor's awesome. He's the best DM ever. Oh, thank you. Barn left. What do you say? Okay.
That's free crit.
All right, and with that, once Firedale gets back, I think
I'm here.
Lily
okay.
went.
I thought. Oh, Lily went.
2 fires.
Remember, everyone's me.
Yeah.
We've discussed this.
Once Lily gets back.
On
See,
the upside, at
technically
least
me
Meteor
saying-
got the fire right.
I was gonna say technically me saying fire is not incorrect.
But you said Firedale.
Did I? Dang it.
Yeah.
Rats.
I am out of M&Ms. I still have a bucket of popcorn.
All right. So, what I would like to start with, is I would like you guys to give the stream a brief description of your characters, like what they look like, where they come from, anything you would like to say about your characters. So let's start with Firedale.
Me? Okay. Sadly, the image of my character doesn't quite fit with my character. I have a longer nose, but there was an option in the miniature builder. My character is very, what's the word? Washed out yellow as base skin and has is white haired. So sometimes some of it comes through, but not quite. Very plain looking, other than the fact that it's a large walking cat, which is, its own thing. I have a humongous fluffy tail, which you can see in my character portrait.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a monk, which we discussed earlier.
Perfect.
So I am A walking, talking, dressed up cat. Pika
did-
tried to get me to use the name Puss in Boots.
Yep, I was about to say Puss in
She
Boots.
said she would, and I said, but I'm not wearing boots. And she said, we can get you some.
Yep.
Yeah, monks tend to
We'll-
wear
we'll get you
wraps
boots.
instead of boots.
I will get some leaves and I will wrap them around his feet.
So, did you grow up in a monastery? Did you end up there
I-
later?
I was left on a doorstep at a warrior monk's monastery, and they
Okay.
tried to raise me. That's where I
Right.
got in trouble a lot, because even though I would try to calm down and listen and meditate, I would always get pulled off to the side by my own thoughts. I was
Okay.
extremely curious. I would go snooping around everywhere and finding some things that you shouldn't find when you're young.
Mhm.
Not that kind of thing, but just some more advanced scrolls and books and things. So
Okay.
they ended up naming me Curio because I was extremely curious.
All right.
And
I like it.
my curiosity and everything else didn't quite fit, and they felt that, and they wanted me to be able to live my life as my inner self needed to, and so they unleashed me onto the world. They didn't kick me out. They offered me the door in a kind way. They said I can come back. But so now I am out exploring the
Okay.
world and finding new things. My character does not know his race or the race's origin and hasn't been told about it. All he knows is that he's different from everyone else he sees.
Okay.
But so yeah,
All
he
right.
has no sense of personal space either. So that's just something to keep in mind,
Perfect.
because he's been around people who didn't mind him being around.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna jump on Nihan a lot. Nihan's the tallest.
Oh boy.
All right. Next, we have, and by the way, I'm going to try and call you guys by your characters' names. So,
It'll be
San.
difficult for
Yeah.
several games.
Yeah.
I will offer up nicknames for my character to make it easier.
Okay. So, San, we'll go with you next.
Hi. So my tribe died off due to an illness that the Strongs survived for a while and decided to leave me with the wolves, and the rest of them died after a while. So I've been on my own for a long time.
How old were you when
And-
that happened?
Say about 40.
40? Okay.
Yeah.
And your
So I've been
character
on
is like in late 90s, right?
96. Yeah. So I've been on my own for a very, very long time, and I've only ever had the wolves.
So, about half your
me.
life.
Yeah. So I raised Morrow like Morrow's parents raised me. And we decided to go off and explore. And she keeps getting huffy at me because every time I pick up something, I either fiddle with it and break it or we sell it.
All right.
And she's annoyed because I broke the stupid compass.
And how old is
We got
Morrow?
lost. Morrow is say about 20.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
So she would have been born while you were there.
Mm-hmm. We
Okay.
left about a few months ago.
All right. And did you like bond with her when she was a puppy or
Yeah.
okay.
So after she was born, her parents just left her with me to look after.
All right.
And she's got a few other siblings.
They were pretty much sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was your reason for leaving or
We just wanted to travel and see something outside of the forests that we grew up in.
okay. So your surroundings were getting kind of stagnant and you
Yeah.
wanted some adventure in your life.
I felt like maybe people were forgetting who my tribe was, so I wanted to make sure their names lived on. So
Perfect.
we thought to go travel.
Perfect. All right. Nihon,
Yes.
you're up.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna step out of character for just one quick second here. Hello, my name is Aurora, and I am from somewhere far, far away. Yes, that will do. Okay, back in character. I had to get that reference. I'm sorry. But I am Aurora, a Goliath paladin who comes from somewhere far to the north, way up in the mountains. The highest peaks that have been fairly unexplored. And how did I possibly become a paladin?
Hmm?
When my culture, my tribe, asks me to work for what's best for the tribe and not necessarily what's best for a god. It turned out that one day I was high up on a mountain peak. I don't even remember quite which mountain was. There's so many of them. But I was alone and I was foraging for food for the winter to bring down to my people. It was a dark, stormy night. Well, it felt like a dark, stormy night. It was actually more of a afternoon. The storm had rolled in over the tops of the mountains. Snow had set in pretty quick. Winds kicked up. I very quickly begun to become overwhelmed by everything around me, blinded by the snow blowing into my face, unable to breathe as the air pushed itself down into my lungs and I was unable to expel out. I began to get tired and exhausted and lost. And suddenly, everything stopped. And I wondered, had I perished? But no, I could feel the cold. I could feel my hands inside the deep snow. And I looked up, and the skies had opened. And a voice rang out to me and told me that there was purpose, greater purpose, than simply a forager. That I would become something more than that. And I listened, and I thought, and I listened more. And it was the moment I realized that yes, the tribe does matter. The tribe is important, and we must all stick together. But there is something greater out there, something above and beyond that which is here on these plains and in this mortal coil. And that is when I found my calling.
Awesome.
Yes.
I love it.
So he was foraging. He ate some hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Did I may have just improv that entire thing, so
And
That's
he
awesome.
thought he heard the voice of
To
God,
follow
and
that?
so he
Oof.
followed it and discovered that God existed, and it was just meant to be.
I was gonna say it was a little less put together beforehand than my last time I had to come up with a story like that, but it works.
I didn't have mine written down, but I knew what the story was. So
My story
job.
is
So that-
very simple.
That's how you became a paladin, correct?
Yes.
he
Okay.
was chosen.
That
Mhm.
is
Okay.
the beginning of his epic saga that my bard will try desperately to remember.
So, how long ago did that happen for you?
Oh goodness, it wasn't too long ago. It was within the past 5 or 6 years, but not the immediate past.
Okay.
So recently, but not entirely recently.
Okay. And then what has pretty much brought you to current day? like entering this town to become an adventurer at a guild?
Well, I have sought. I have followed a path that has led me here, simply from listening to what my deity has told me. My deity has told me that I must leave the mountain for this time and venture down into this specific village, and that there would be some sort of sign, some sort of clue as to what to do next, and that I may want to know. I'm my headstrongness makes me want to know now what I need to do so that I may return.
Okay.
Yet my deity tells me no, that it will all make sense in time, and that this this place is where this all begins.
Brilliant. All right, and last but not least, we have Saplin.
So, I'm Saplin. I am a tiefling bard. Got kind of interesting coloring for a tiefling. A lot of purples and pinks. I grew up in a very small town, kind of on the outskirts of civilization. There's some meadows and some forests kind of surrounding the town. So a lot of wildlife to go and explore. Um, my parents were a half elf and a human coupling. It was kind of a surprise when I came out as a tiefling. It's been so long since they made that silly demonic pact that they'd forgotten all about it. Um, but it's here now and we have to deal with it. So I spent a lot of time out in nature, and I was always going out finding new flowers, finding new herbs, finding animals and game, and kind of exploring. And I took an interest in music just because all of the sounds in nature, so like the babbling brook or the sound of the wind whistling through the trees and things like that, and the chirping of the wildlife. And there were so many cool sounds. But after a while, you kind of feel like you've heard all of the sounds near you. There's not a whole lot new, especially in a small town like that. So I decided that I was going to go out and explore and find all the new things. I'm going to find all new sounds. I'm going to find all new flowers and plants. It's going to be great, you guys. I'm so excited.
Right, so you were
Like, yeah.
so you were inspired by music and the music of nature. Did you like get a job playing music, or was it more of a hobby?
It was more of a hobby, but I found out pretty quickly that it was a decent way to make some coin to kind of keep myself fed, which was nice.
Okay, so maybe like playing on the street type of thing.
Hmm.
Awesome. I love it. And what has gotten you to leave this little town?
Well, like I said, a lot of the same sights and sounds
Right.
started to
Right.
get a little bit boring. To try to find something new.
Something new to inspire you. All right. Perfect. And just so you all know, you do not, as characters, you know all this information, but as players, you know all this information, but your characters do not know this information about each other.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind. You don't know all their backstories yet. You haven't met each other yet.
All right. Sounds good.
Good luck, Meteor.
Well, at least
Thank
you have
you.
a recording of it, so
Yeah,
you know.
I will do my best to remember.
Mine's
Good
written
luck
down on
on
my
keeping
character
us
sheet
together.
for the most part.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember all this.
That's why I wrote it down, at least the bulk of it.
All right.
There's a
So,
VOD.
new city. You guys are all arriving. But first, I want to go back in time a little. and we're gonna start with Nihon. I want to
Yes.
kind of role play out you leaving the comfort of your home and going on this adventure. Like, is there anyone you say goodbye to first? Do you just leave without a word? What do you do?
I believe I would probably say goodbye to my mother and my father, and probably our tribal leader as well.
Okay, who do you want to start with?
Well, we'll start with my parents, my mother and my father.
Okay. Aurora, what you want to talk to me about something?
Yes. I know this is not something easy to talk about,
Is
but
everything all right, son? Do you need me to make you a sandwich?
no, I'm quite fine, mother, but
All right. It really
I
wouldn't be a
know.
bother. You sure?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there are things afoot that take me away from the mountains. There is, and I know this sounds perhaps bizarre, but there are greater things out there above and beyond simply our small tribe here. That's
Greater things.
yes, I know it sounds preposterous. It sounds absolutely unexplainable, and
All
perhaps it
that's
is
out there,
unexplainable.
all that's out there is danger and people with weird customs.
Yes,
Why would you want to go out there?
because, and I know this does not sound perhaps like something that's easily explainable, and it is not easily explainable.
Well, if it's not, then why do it?
Because I have faith that this deity that has spoken to me for so many years and who has led me to things that have helped this tribe in small ways has let me know that there is something beyond simply this area that will help us without the danger of the outside world, that will not bring terror back to this mountaintop. Something out there that I must simply do at the moment before I can return.
When? When are you
Where?
leaving me?
When? In the morning.
The morning?
Well,
That's not enough time to say goodbye.
perhaps I can put it off for a few days. It may
Oh,
not be a situation where I must leave immediately, but
I don't know how to feel about this.
mother, I know.
You're my son.
Yes, and we have spent our whole lives in this village. We've spent our entire being. Our forefathers have spent their entire lives in this tribe, in this space. And it has served us well, and it will serve us well because I will return.
Uh,
But for the moment, and
uh,
for the moment only,
I-
I must venture out. And yes, I know that mistakes have placed us into danger before. Not mistakes I have made, but mistakes that others have made, and danger that they have brought back to us.
Damn right it has.
I do not disagree. But there is something in this that tells me that we must need this because it is important. It is important enough that I have been reached down to and asked to go on this journey, this quest, perhaps, I guess you could say. And I
Well,
cannot do it simply by staying here.
as long as you don't become one of those things that brings danger to our land.
Well,
Whatever,
Father,
whatever you find out there, you keep it there. Don't bring any of it back.
I have no problems with not bringing any of it back. I'm not quite sure what I'll find out there, anyways. But I do know that I need to make my place in this tribe as well, and I have made a place. But there is more. There's simply more out there, and more for me. As a part of this tribe and a part of this world than I have found so far. And perhaps this is all what I need to do to understand that I have a place. I have a distinct place, not just as a simple forager or a simple individual within this tribe, but perhaps something greater for all of us.
I'm gonna need to make you lots of sandwiches.
I know, Mother. I appreciate both of you.
You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Yes, I will do my best to make sure that while I'm out there, I will stay in touch with you, so that you at least do not have to worry so much about your only child.
Oh, I'm gonna worry plenty.
Oh, Mother, I know.
And
I
you
know.
can't stop me.
I don't intend to stop you. I simply hope that I can at least ease some of your concerns and worries, so that you're not completely in the dark.
You better write us.
I will.
All the time.
I will. As often as possible.
All right. And who was the other one you wanted to talk to?
Just the tribal chief.
Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to say to your parents before we switch over to
No,
that one?
probably nothing. Probably just wanted to mention what I was able to mention, that I had to
Okay.
leave for now before I could and find myself out there before I could return.
All right. We'll approach the chief then. He's at his desk, he's working on something or other, some chiefly duty.
Yes. Pardon me, Chief Kalak.
Yes.
I have decided that, based upon I know that you have struggled with me, in particular, having this deity that I hear and listen to. I know it's been
Oh, that thing again.
Yes, I know. I know. It doesn't make sense to you, and I don't necessarily blame you for not being able to understand it, because it is so different from the things that we have grown up with and understand. But it
I
has
don't
told me,
understand it at all, and you know that.
I know that, but it has told me that I need to go out into the world for now, because there's something out there that I need to do before I can return and claim my place within the tribe
You're leaving the tribe.
for a moment. Not permanently, not forever, but
Who shall tend to your duties while you're gone?
I have made arrangements for some of the other younger men to split some of my duties, and they have agreed. And I've taught them everything that they need to know to be safe in doing them.
You seem to have put a lot of thought into this.
This is not an easy decision. I did not simply wake up this morning and decide that I was going to leave. This has been weeks, months of time that I have made sure that when I leave, for however long it is, and I will certainly not be certain of that at this moment, but I have made sure I want to leave the tribe not at a deficit, because I know that so many of them so many in the past have made mistakes that have hurt this tribe, and I do not wish to be one of them. Regardless of whatever happens to me out there, I do not want to leave this tribe in a worse position than it was when I left.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
All
Because I
right.
do believe, and I do believe this wholeheartedly, that whatever is out there is for the good of us all. Not only for the good of me and my position within this community, but for all of us. Whatever quest, whatever journey I'm about to take will truly better us all. And I've thought long and hard about that. That has been by far the most difficult part of this, has been trying to determine if that is indeed the case. And I'm, after no short amount of thought, have decided that, or reasonably thought that that is indeed the case.
You have my blessing, son.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief.
When will you be leaving?
Within a few days. I was planning originally to leave tomorrow, but I believe my mother may want to have me around for a few more days, and at the very least, and there's no rush on this. There's no immediacy to this.
Good, good. Your mother would have a heart attack if you left that soon.
Yes, I
She's
know.
a good woman.
I've already talked to her and my father about this, and
Good.
they've made that quite clear that they do not want me to leave in the morning.
Oh, I'm sure.
I believe my deity has patience enough that I do not have to leave immediately.
Well, I wouldn't know about that.
That is fair.
All right, off with you. I have other things to attend to.
I slightly bow my head and step out so that he may attend to his other things.
Perfect. All right. Let's go with Lily.
Okay.
Let's see. I see you say, not sure how long you'll be able to be the cheerful, everything is great persona with this serious group, but you're gonna try, dang it.
Yes, I am here to be the chaotic. Oh my god, everything is great, you guys. Energy.
I think that is going to be very good in this group.
She and I are going to get along well.
All right, let's
Um,
go to your town. Who would you be saying goodbye to, if anyone?
probably my parents, if anything, and it would probably be both of them together or just one of them. And I honestly can't see too much going on there other than just the basic, oh, be safe, watch out, make sure you've packed your disguise kit.
Okay.
So
All right. We'll approach them then.
okay. Did I get muted?
I think so.
Yep.
Whoops.
It was just completely silent.
No. Okay. But basically, I'm just gonna kind of walk up to them. They're probably making some kind of food or something
Okay.
in the house. And I'm gonna be like, okay, so I'm ready. I'm gonna go off on an adventure. And I'll make sure I write.
Oh. Okay. That's very sudden.
I mean, we
Anywhere
talked about
specific?
this yesterday.
Oh, I thought you were just. I didn't think you were being serious.
But yeah, there's so much I have to go see.
Okay. Well, any place in particular?
I don't actually know, out of character, I don't know the town that we're going to. I don't know the name.
Rockford.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think I was gonna head over towards Rockford. I mean, it just sounds like such a great town name, you know? Like rocks. This is going to be great.
It is a mining town. That is that dwarf town?
Yeah, but I mean, like, just think about it. There's probably all kinds of like shiny stones, and oh, it's. Please say I can go.
You can go. You know me. I'm not gonna stop you. You're allowed to do what you want. You're a grown woman now. Just be safe, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And here, I have this for you. And she hands you a stone. This is a sending stone. It's basically like a phone.
Okay.
Feel free to call. Catch me
I
up on
will
what you've been up to.
absolutely.
And I did just put the world map
Ooh,
for you
okay.
guys. I've pinned it so you can look at it anytime you want.
Okay, cool.
It's a little small in there, but
I was literally just joking in Firedale's chat about one of us picking up the message bell at some point to make Aurora talk to his family, so this is funny.
And this is a long range one, so you can call anytime. There are other ones that are just sort of like walkie-talkies, but this one's and this one you can't like call anywhere with this. You have to like
Right, it's
know the
probably
person.
connected specifically to hers.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So then, do you just leave from
Yeah.
there?
I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my bag, and I'm gonna hug her goodbye, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna bring you back so many cool things.
Oh, please do. Please do. You know I like cool things, girl.
Yeah, I bet I can find some really, really pretty rocks, and maybe some really nice
Oh.
flowers that we don't have around here. I'll have to see what I can
Oh, that would
find.
be so beautiful. I could put them on the table.
But probably get going. I don't want it to start getting too dark right
Oh.
before I leave.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, well, have fun.
Okay. I'll talk to you as soon as I get into town.
Okay. And then you leave and your sending stone starts vibrating. Or lighting up.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I answer the sending stone.
Oh, good, it works. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it works perfectly. Good test.
Okay, great. Thank you, bye.
Bye. This is going to be a trend.
Have you invested in quarterstaff?
I think so.
I mean, that's the message you get. Have you invested in your
Oh.
quarterstaff warranty?
Okay.
We're calling to contact you about your quarterstaff warranty.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. Thon, let's go with you next.
Hi.
Who do you want to say goodbye to, if
He
anyone?
keeps getting quieter and quieter.
It is like almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so bite me.
That's
Actually,
fine.
no, I bite you. Me and Mara are gonna leave after the cubs have gone to bed, so the only one that we'll probably say goodbye to is her mom.
Okay. Will they be like in bed sleeping already, or?
Yeah, they'll be in the little cave. Well, not little. They'll be in the cave.
Right, they're wolves. I need to remember that.
Well, they're dire wolves, so they might be in a forest or
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
some other type of den.
Well,
And,
there's a cave in the forest.
And they can't speak like normal people speak. with having been raised by them, you sort of have like a telepathic link with them. You can just kind of speak into their minds,
Okay.
and they can speak back. What are you doing? Where you go?
I'm leaving.
Leave where?
Adventure.
Adventure.
Beyond the forest.
Oh, we come too.
No. No. You need to
Oh.
stay here with the cubs. I'll take Morrow.
Dangerous to go alone.
I have Morrow. I'll be fine.
Morrow, good hunter.
Yes. Morrow Goods Hunter.
You be back soon?
Soon.
Soon. Okay.
Go back.
Soon morning?
No. No soon morning.
No soon morning.
No.
Sun high?
No, mother. Not sun high. Later.
Later. Long later?
Long later.
Oh.
Have you seen Compass?
What is compass? Is that is that dad?
No, Compass is an old compass that the tribe left. So it's the last item that I
Gotcha.
have from my tribe.
So an actual compass. Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know if that was someone's name.
Nope, it's an old compass.
Compass in corner.
In corner under pup.
Yes.
Great. I need to go get the compass without waking the pup.
All right. First roll of the campaign. Roll stealth or sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Mhm.
Okay.
22. All right. You reach under him very slowly and calmly. He kind of like nuzzles your hand a little, but he doesn't wake up. And you're able to get it out without waking him up.
Yay. Because I don't want the cubs awake.
Yes.
Too many cubs.
You go now?
Yes, go now. While cubs asleep. Go.
And she kind of comes up to you and nuzzles you a bit. As if to say she loves you and goodbye.
Goodbye. Love you too. Home later.
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 All right. Anyone else?
I need to go wake up Morrow.
All right. Okay.
Morrow, wake up.
What?
Leave.
Bones?
Adventure.
Bones?
Not bones. Adventure.
Food on adventure?
Food on adventure. You can hunt a squirrel.
Oh, squirrel. Favorite.
Yes, squirrel favorite.
Oh.
Come on, leave.
Leave.
Now.
No. Oh, okay.
Don't
Oh,
wait.
he kind of like stretches as he gets up, like, and.
What about the cubs? No cubs. Just us.
Oh, quiet.
Quiet.
Is Morrow
Sneak.
male or female?
Female.
Oh, dang it! I keep getting. I keep thinking they're male. My bad.
It's fine.
I think even as a female, direwolf would probably have a deeper voice, though.
They probably would, yeah.
Sleep.
No.
Or
sleep.
not. Sorry,
Leave.
not sneak.
Sneak. Yes. Sneak.
He kind of tiptoes. She kind of tiptoes behind you. And then she stops and trots back. Stick. She grabs a stick and brings it with her.
Okay, stick. Gimme.
Oh, she gives it to you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold on to the stick, otherwise she's gonna want to play fetch.
You can add a stick to your pack if you want.
No, I'll probably end up dropping it soon. Sooner or later.
All
Or
right.
it'll break.
All right. And then you head out. Firedale.
I'm going to make it extremely easy for you because of what it is.
Okay.
I've got a lot of people to say bye to. However, this is pretty much what you would be hearing randomly throughout the cloister of monks. Okay, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
We would go over here. Bye, Jacob. Bye, Quince. Bye, Yorsica. Bye, Alumnus. Master Alphonse. Alon. Bye, Terrence. Bye, Eustace. Bye, Lizard with a name. Bye, Lizard without a name. Brother. Bye, Catherine. Oh, bye, Minos. Bye, Patricia. I'm leaving now. Bye. Oh, what's this?
You were a little quiet there with some of that, but I think we got the gist
It
of
was
it.
role play. It was me walking out
Yeah.
the door and down the road.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So nice and easy.
I did say it's going to be simple. My character is extremely flighty, and the squirrel thing exists.
Fair enough.
Pretty much, yeah. I thought that would be easy.
Yes. All right. So fast forward, you guys have been traveling and you've made your way to the city of Rockford. This is a Dwarven mining town, or at least it used to be. The mine isn't really in use anymore, and this is one of the larger towns around. Not the largest, but it's one of the larger ones. They have a guild for adventurers, which you all are interested in joining because either you're wanting to find new things, you're wanting to experience new sounds, music, and adventuring is a good way to get new experiences and all that. So whatever you're looking for, you feel like you can find it by joining this adventurers guild. So Aurora, is your character like stubborn or um, really determined? Like, Nihan,
Yes.
that's you.
What's up? I missed that. Sorry, I was away for a moment.
Gotcha. Would you say your character is like stubborn, determined, sort of thing?
Yeah, determined, a little less stubborn, but I'd say
Little stubborn,
determined.
All right. So, Aurora is traveling. He's very determined to get where he's going, and he feels his god is leading him in this direction. And he finds this town that's sort of built next to a mountain, sort of like in the side of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And he traveled as soon as he could see it. He, like, even way off in the distance, he didn't want to stop. He just kept going. It's nighttime, like middle of the night when he gets there.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. And so he walks into town. There's really no one around, so to speak. Where do you think he would try to go first?
Whew,
There's
that's a good
like
question.
there's like markets. He could go straight to the guild. He could try and look around the town.
He might look around the town a little bit, but eventually, if not finding anything in particular of note, he might head to the guild.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Let me get this open. 20. This is what I have, like two things open here. So
20. All right.
nice.
All right, so you're wandering around the city, like nowhere in particular you're going. You walk past like a marketplace, and uh, which of course there's no one there. They're all like closed up. It's
Sorry.
like an outdoor marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking through like a residential district. Then you find like an area with shops, and you do spot a tavern. Uh, Tavern has a sign above it that says um, the Rusty Bucket.
Is it the only place that's open right now?
Uh,
Pretty
most
much.
so you would be able to go in there. Taverns are pretty much open 24/7. Doesn't mean there's like a party going on 24/7, but
Right.
so do you want to go in there?
Sure. I'll go in there.
All right. You go in there. It's fairly empty. There is an let's see. There's a orc just sort of laying passed out on a table with like a drink in his hand. A patron who's just he's drunk, passed out. At the bar, there's no one back there right now. There is a bell that you could ring.
I think at the moment I will simply just take a seat without ringing the bell.
Okay. Um,
Just to rest from my journey for a moment. I've been on my feet for hours,
Okay.
and though I'm particularly fit,
you are
I-
probably fairly tired after
yes,
walking
after
all
such
night.
a long walk, yes,
Probably
long
all
brisk
day
walk.
and all night.
Yes.
All right. Do you think you'd fall asleep there?
I might fold my arms and close my eyes a little bit and take a brief nap, but nothing, not like falling down like our orc friend over there.
Okay. So you you close your eyes, you try to rest your eyes. You do end up falling asleep. Just kind of drifting off. And a few hours later, someone kicks your chair. Hey, wake up! Y'all gotta get out of here. And he goes over and kicks the orc's chair as well. It's time to vacate. You've been here all night. You didn't pay any rent.
Terribly sorry. I did not intend to be here all night, but I will vacate. My apologies, good sir.
Yeah. I don't even remember you here when I closed last night. You buy anything?
No, but if it would help, I would be happy to buy something from you.
It'd help, all right.
Fair enough.
Don't need no freeloaders around here.
I certainly would not want to be a burden like that.
What do you have?
You have anything small and simple?
I got ham.
That'll do.
All right. Let me get one for you.
Thank
It
you,
is-
kind sir.
It is still fairly early in the morning. It's probably like,
I mean, who doesn't love a 6 a.m. ham?
yeah, it's probably around 6 a.m. So he goes to the back. You hear him fire up the grill. And a few minutes later, he comes out with a hot ham for you to eat. That'll be
Thank you.
1 silver piece.
And I certainly reach into my pocket, and I think I've only got gold, right?
Gold can be broken down into silver.
Okay.
It
Well-
should have a currency conversion.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll break that down. Get him his 1 silver. Actually, I will pay him 2 silver. An extra
Oh.
silver for his trouble.
Oh. Pipper. I like you. You're welcome back anytime.
Well, thank you for giving me a place to rest my eyes in this wonderful ham.
Yeah, sure. All right. So you eat your ham. Do you leave now, or?
Oh yeah, I think with that taken care of, I may as well head back out and try and find either the guild or some other similar place.
And while you're talking with him, getting your ham, the orc, so just kind of groggily gets up and like stumbles into a table and makes his way out the door and leaves. So now you have finished your ham. You've had a nice little breakfast there,
Yes.
and you make your way out of the bar, out of the tavern, and the orc is just sort of passed out on the curb. he didn't make it very far.
Poor soul.
Do you try to wake him again? Do you just walk by?
We'll walk by at the moment.
Walk by? All right.
Yes.
So you get a feeling as if from your deity to go in this direction, and it's leading you towards the guild hall.
And I follow that. Certainly follow that. Just
So
with a little bit of a my eyes kind of perk up a little bit, and I'm like, there we are.
Yeah, and I believe your class, or your race can, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they can like remember where they've been, like they're good at mapping things out in their head, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So you would be able to find your way back to any of these places that you've been. So the marketplace, the shops area, housing district. So you make your way to the guild hall, and it says there's a sign on the door with like hours of operation, and it opens at 7. So you're about an hour early.
Well, I shall have to wait here.
All right, so you take a seat just kind of in front of the guild hall, and you wait.
Yep.
All right. So then let's go to Saplin, and we're going to do Curio as well. We're going to do kind of both of you. So you both sort of enter around the same time. You didn't travel all night like Aurora did. It's probably around 8:30, 9 when you get into town. Curio, you walk in, just kind of looking around.
As I would do.
Mm-hmm. Like you're amazed at everything you're seeing here.
Yep.
And maybe your tail's given a little wag.
Yep.
Because you're excited to be here in this place.
Yep.
And Saplin, you also arrive around the same time, and you're from a small town, so this big city is an amazement to you because
looking around in wonder at everything and trying not to bump into people because there are a lot more people here than I'm used to.
Exactly. So you're like looking around everywhere. You're like turning around, like kind of looking up at everything and like walking backwards, and you do bump into something.
I'm sorry.
And you actually, I'd like to have you roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you fall.
All right, so
How
where
hard
do
you
I
fall.
roll that in D&D Beyond? Let's see here.
On the left side,
Under
your
saving
character sheet.
throws.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. 22. That's very good. You guys are doing great rolls so far.
Well, I'm going to need.
Oh,
to
it did it
add
twice.
the
Okay.
last
Yeah.
So I didn't need to hit the Beyond 20 button. It just went. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you guys are doing great. So, you do trip over something, and sort of bump into the person, and you don't fall. You kind of catch yourself, but you did bump into them, and looks like you ran into someone's wagging tail. This tabaxi monk looking guy. And so Curio, you're looking around everything, and then someone trips over your tail. You look at her, and it's a tiefling, and you know, I don't know if your character would know or not, but tieflings are kind of regarded as like sneaky and thieving and that sort of thing. And
There are books.
Mm-hmm. And they're like born from demons type of thing. So this one just bumped into you. What is your reaction to that?
Saplin is also kind of an oddball tiefling, just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
She is wearing brightly colored clothing. She is not trying to blend in.
Right.
And she didn't fall, right?
She didn't fall,
Aye.
but she did
I
bump
would-
into you.
I would turn around. I would quickly look her up and down,
Mm-hmm.
tilt my head to the side, and say, "I like your horns," and lean up real close to get a really, really close look at her horns.
Okay. So
Well,
healing.
I would lean down because she's short. I'm tall.
So this tall cat creature just like gets right in your face.
Yep.
Saplin, what do you do to that? Like, you
I'm-
also know the stereotypes around tieflings as well, so
Right. I'm mostly just kind of like, okay, cool. They're not immediately freaking out. This is great.
yeah.
And my horns are decorated with flowers and things from the wild. There's probably a little bit of stray grasses in there just from the journey. But there's definitely like flowers in her hair that she picked along the way. And so she's just completely oblivious, just like, oh, cool, he might like the flowers.
Mhm.
Like thinking that he's admiring the flowers in the horns.
He would definitely lean in, take a sniff, then sneeze as one tickled his nostrils.
And I do think that your character would be it would make an impression on you that this guy didn't just immediately like start patting himself down, like checking if you stole something type of thing, because that would be a normal reaction you're used to.
Right. Like, hey, oh wow, it's so nice to meet you. Your tail is so soft.
Oh, thank you. And he'd spin around and offer to her and make it sway and show how fluffy it is. And then he'd
And-
show how he can make it curl a little bit. And then he'd lean down on his hands and feet and shove it up in the air and say, "See how tall it is? It's a pretty tail, isn't it? It's a nice tail. I like your horns."
Saplin is just transfixed by this tail. Like, she is having the best time right now.
Is a fluffy tail.
All right. So do you guys keep chatting? Do you part ways? Do
I
you
might
start walking
kind of,
together?
yeah, I might kind of try to strike up a conversation and be like, so, are you new in town? I'm new in town. I've never been here before. I don't know where anything is.
And I would speak up. Let's see. Sorry, I have to think how my character would be. I'm not
Just
good at being spontaneous.
immediate chatter.
It would end up being pretty much the same thing in reverse. Yeah, I'm new here. You new here too? Have you been around yet? And occasionally I would randomly look off and notice a shiny thing here and say, "Oh, do you see that?" And then show her what it is. And then I'd walk over to it, point at it.
Sounds like you two like just become instant best friends.
Yes. That sounds about right. Like, she
She's
has
the
found
chaotic ball
somebody.
of fire, and I'm the chaotic ball of fluff.
Right? They are on the same wavelength. We are good. We have had a good interaction. He's showing me all of these cool things that I definitely want to see more about. This is great.
Yeah.
This is my best friend now.
And he's complete. Everyone he knows has always been trustworthy. So he doesn't have that thing.
Right.
Again, there's books that talk about this, but it's not in his experience to be, aware of that for people.
Right.
So he may have read and been told this stuff, but it's not what he was taught. He was taught to, everyone is who they are. So
Great.
So
So
he
you
would
guys
have no problem.
are chatting up a storm. You're sort of walking and talking as you go. Um.
Occasionally, I'll go quiet as I notice something different on her horns and a
Mhm.
flare that I didn't see before, and I'll
Right.
comment on it and keep going. Yeah.
And Saplin, in regards to your instruments, how do you carry them?
The main one that I have on my person is a lute.
Do you just have that
So-
like on your back or?
Yeah, it's on my back.
Okay. So you guys are walking and chatting up a storm, and oh look at this, oh look at that, and all of a sudden this little human child runs up to Saplin, and there's a mother kind of running after her, and the child says, "Is that a lute? Do you play?"
A little bit. Do you want to hear something?
Yeah, I would love that. I love music.
Just
And then the mom comes up and is like, what are you doing? Why are you around this tiefling? Come back over here. And what do you say to that?
Hi, I'm new to town. They just wanted me to play a song for them, so I was just gonna play a song for them.
Yeah,
But it's okay. You can stand over there if it makes you more comfortable.
Mommy, I want to hear the music. Music? Or fine, we'll stand over here and you can play your music.
Just
So,
totally fine with this. Just not even phased.
all right.
Just like pulls the lute from her back and just finds a spot to kind of stand a little bit out of the way so they're not being run over by people.
Mm-hmm. And Curio,
just start strumming.
do you kind of stick around? Do you keep walking?
Oh, I would pull out my pan flutes and join in.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, this is great.
However, I just have to check something. Okay, there you go.
Performance.
Oh, yeah, you're rolling. Yeah,
yeah.
I should roll one too.
Yeah, you
She's trained. I'm not.
8 and a 9. Okay, so it's not like the
I can
best
still roll
thing.
badly.
It's not the best thing you've ever heard, but it's decent. It's not horrible. And the kid is loving it. The kid is absolutely loving it.
And I'm swaying my butt. My tail's a swishing.
And you guys look like you're having fun doing this as well.
Oh,
And
I'm having a blast.
Slowly, people actually start crowding around. Like one after another, someone else comes up and to listen to you guys playing your music. And a couple of them even kind of like throw a gold piece here or there. To
Everybody
tip
in this
you.
town is so nice. Yeah, I'm just happily playing along, like kind of swaying my head, letting the flowers in my horn kind of like sway a little bit.
And I'd say all in all, you guys get about 4 gold pieces.
Nice. Okay, so we probably got ahead and split that evenly. So 2 apiece.
Yeah.
Oh no. It was fun. You keep half of mine. I'll just take one.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. I mean, you're great.
You are just so wonderful.
So while you guys are discussing this, there is one person in the crowd who throws a tomato, and
Where's the tomato?
mhm, and they hit Saplin right in the head with it. Like, go back where you came from.
You know, I was getting kind of hungry. Just like take some of the tomato juice and just starts eating it.
All right.
Also, I traveled a really long way to get here today. Can I at least stay overnight first? I mean, it's kind of dark.
The person has already walked away. They kind of threw it at you, yelled, and then booked it away.
They have a worse attention span than Curio does.
Also, Melody makes a good point. Did you want to revise the performance tip? Because gold might be a bit much.
Sure, we'll do 2 gold instead.
Okay, so we each get 1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, in mind,
I can
you
handle that.
guys
A
probably
total
won't...
from everybody throwing silver and copper.
So my is a +5, so that means I had rolled a 3.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you did. And don't worry about like if it seems like a lot. I'll like adjust prices of
Okay.
things to like
Gotcha.
so
Mhm.
like if you guys have an insane amount of
A
gold.
normal job will give you like 2 silver a day
Yeah.
in D&D. So if
Adventures
you want to adjust it for that, that's up to you.
Yeah, adventures do tend to get paid more though.
Right.
Yeah.
I just was thinking that was not that great of a performance to get that big of a tip.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it was
Unless they're really
lackluster.
starved for entertainment, which if they're a mining town, it's possible.
Well,
Yeah.
you also have to remember it's late at night. All the
It is
bars
early
are
in the morning.
closing. Oh,
It is
okay.
early in the morning. It's like
Yep. Yeah, we traveled through a little bit of the night.
9 a.m.
Okay. So no, yeah, I was thinking late at night, all the bars are closing, so all the drunk people would be out, and drunk people like to tip.
Also valid.
All right, so you wrap up your performance and keep going on your way. Where do you think you guys would go straight to the guild, or is there some shopping you want to do first?
I would be window shopping the whole way there, but
I
don't
would
have a lot
be
of money.
immediately looking for a souvenir for my mom because I promised.
All right. So you do find a little stand, sort of in the, just sort of like on the side of the road, on your way, and it sells some knickknacks. Nothing too flashy. Like there's some hand carved like wooden statues, just like trinket sized.
I'm looking for something because I specifically mentioned shiny rocks. So I'm looking for basically, you know how like I don't know if you've ever been to a Cracker Barrel or anything like that.
Mhm.
But sometimes the ones that are in the mountains will have like little gift shop, little bags of
Right.
stones that you can fill up. There's just the cheapest little stones, like little bricks of like pyrite and things like that.
Okay.
I'm looking for that.
Yeah, you find that in one of the side stalls.
And while she's looking, I would
So
occasionally wander off and then find my way back to her as I'm looking at other stuff all over the place.
it's a nice little bag of rocks, like different colors, and some are smooth, some are like rough and scratchy. And he tells you it'll be 2 silver pieces.
Hey, let me think. Would I know perhaps whether or not that was accurate pricing?
You can roll an insight check.
Okay.
Hey, Meteor's done his homework.
With a 15,
Like, am I getting overcharged?
he is open to negotiations. You could probably talk him down to 1.
So it's a souvenir shop. Things are overpriced to start
Yeah,
with.
Right.
they tend to
I
be a
was
little
more of
overpriced.
I was more of a, are they trying to take advantage of tourists coming in kind of thing?
No, they're not really trying to take advantage of you specifically. It's like Firedale said, it's a souvenir place, so they do tend to be kind of
It's the standard
uppriced a little.
price for the souvenir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Sounds
so
like.
not the special tiefling price. Got it.
Correct.
um.
This is like a little old lady who's selling them.
Okay. Okay. So it's like a little grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll start talking to her about. Oh, these rocks are so shiny. I promised my mom I'd bring her a souvenir, and I think she'll love these. And this is going to be great. And try to see if I can kind of squeeze the heartstrings to get a little bit of a discount.
Oh, you're so sweet. She doesn't offer you any discount.
That's fine.
Persuasion.
I'll let it go.
Okay.
It's two silver. You said?
Yeah. Yep. 2 silver.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna push it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I need to remove silver. Okay. There we go.
All right. Anything you're looking for, Firedale?
Nothing specific. Curio isn't looking for anything to buy specifically. He's more of looking around, exploring all the little nooks and crannies that he can see from wherever, including peeking down the dark alleyways, not going down them, but
You
he's
probably
just curious.
look under the table of where she just bought it.
Pretty much, yeah. It's information overload
Mm-hmm.
for somebody who is curious about everything. He again was pretty much born. He wasn't born there, but his first memories are being in the monastery, in the cloister, and staying within the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his. He's been out for a little bit, but this is his first time of being around a place with other people,
Right.
and he doesn't know what to say. Everything is new, so yeah, he's looking around.
You all right there, Sonny? Are you looking for something? You dropped something?
Oh no, I was just looking to see what was down here. It's
Oh.
pretty rocks. I was looking to see if there were any more under the table. I was going to give you another bag of them.
Oh, a bag of rocks. What do you got?
I'll pick up a random rock off of the like the cobblestone ground and lift it up and show it to her and leaning close and say, "This one's pretty. It's brown and it's got 3 points here, here, and here." And then I drop it on her table and go find something else to look at.
And you're like shoving it in her face.
Yep.
Like,
And then he would.
and
Yeah,
she's
it's
just
just
like,
there. Look at this.
yeah. Oh, it's very pretty rock. Thank you.
Yeah. Then he'd say, "Here, you can have it." And then he would immediately turn around and walk off and start looking at a different stall.
He's an odd fellow, isn't he?
She just casually puts the cobblestone back on the ground.
Yeah. And she turns to Saplin and says, "He's an odd duck, isn't he?"
Very sweet though. His heart's in the right place.
If you say so. All right, and then you both walk off and make your way to the guild. And it is open now, and as you walk in, sitting next to the door is this giant guy who's just
Giant of a man.
Yeah, giant of a man who's just sitting there snoring. There's all sorts of people walking by him.
Oh my.
He sounds like me when I snore.
Mm-hmm. And so he kind of catches your eye as you go in. All right, and then lastly we'll go to San and
Hi.
Morrow, and that'll probably be where we end it for the day,
Okay.
Fair enough.
because we have been going a decently long time at this point.
That we have. I was just about to ask how much. Not I have to go anywhere, but I was just kind of
Mhm.
curious how much longer we're gonna go for.
Yep. Honestly, I thought we'd be farther by this point.
We
Well-
took a while at the intro.
Yeah, we did.
I'll warn you in advance. Depending on the group, you may find that these things go a lot slower than you think.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling.
And sometimes they go faster.
That they do. Sometimes they do.
Okay.
Vegan,
1 second.
you ready?
Mhm.
I'm getting flooded with follows from Haas accounts.
Oh, Melody's got a point there.
Maybe we
Maybe
should
they're
carve
carved
rocks
rocks
since it's
because it is a
mining.
mining town.
Well, that's not what she was looking for. She was kind of looking for pretty rocks. There probably would have been carved rocks there as well,
Uh-huh.
but she asked for like a bag of shiny rocks.
I was looking for shiny, colorful rocks specifically.
Oh, Nene says your notifications are doubled up, Meteor.
Yeah. Let me see about that. Oh yeah, there's. Let's see, which one is the good one? Okay, so we'll delete that one. There we go. That should fix it.
Oh, image-wise.
Yeah, I knew what she was talking about. Yep, I accidentally had the alerts in there twice.
So we have 2 people that are obviously from out of town.
Mm-hmm.
2 people that are extremely bouncy. A person that is extremely stoic. Yeah, we make a great party.
Mhm.
We're gonna have so much fun.
We will. Don't know about Meteor, but we will.
Oh, I'm gonna have lots of fun. I already
Oh,
have.
I will find a way to drag the stoic party member into our shenanigans. It's gonna happen. That's my goal now.
Hold on, who's the stoic one? Me or Nihon?
Nihon.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You
Alright.
have a dire wolf. I can drag you in through that.
Yeah, as long as Mara doesn't eat you.
He's nature.
It is nature.
Alright, so Thon and Morrow.
Yep.
You arrive at the town. Are you like walking next to Morrow, or are you riding Morrow?
I'm gonna walk next to Mara. She's
Walk next to Mara?
carrying my backpack and everything.
Okay. So you walk into the town. Lots of people around. It's early morning. It's a little bit after Curio and Saplin
Okay.
got there. So Aurora was the first one to get there. Then Curio and Saplin, and then you two get there the latest out of everyone. So you arrive in this big town, and you would your character be used to towns at all?
Not really, because you've lived in a forest. Well, at least Mara's lived in a forest her whole life.
Your tribe, before they got wiped out, would that be like a village, or did they live in the trees?
A little village.
A little village. So this big town is a bit of a wonder to you as well. And Morrow's just like kind of like his head's darting around all over the place. He's not used to anywhere near this amount of big people all around him. He's kind of like hugging real close to you, like he's nervous. And
Dragon, sir?
She.
Oh, yeah,
she. Yeah, sorry, she. You're probably gonna have to remind me of that very often.
Probably, yeah.
So the two of you are walking through, and just kind of looking around, making your way towards the center of town. Nowhere in particular. Is there anything you're hoping to do in town before going to the guild?
No.
No. All right. So you kind of just you're just wanting to head like straight to the guild, right?
Pretty much, and just making sure that Morrow doesn't bite anybody.
Okay. So you are making your way through town, and then Morrow's ears just kind of perk up, and like she starts looking to her right, and then she kind of just darts off.
Morrow, come back.
So you run after her.
Yeah, I'm
She
gonna
doesn't
have
come back. She's still running.
to- Okay, I'm gonna have to run after her.
All right. So she's kind of like weaving her way through the crowd, and then she sort of stops at like a group of people, and you realize what she heard was these two people playing music. There's a tiefling and a tabaxi, and it's not great music. It's kind of mediocre, but Morrow seems to really like it. It's just kind of wagging your tail listening.
Okay. Morrow, what are you doing?
Music.
That's music.
Yes. I like.
No.
Or,
No.
Sorry, it's a girl. It's a girl. I like.
No. Come on. Adventure.
Me won't listen.
No. Adventure.
Adventure. And you start kind of. Does she have? I assume she doesn't have like a collar or anything.
No.
She has like the like bony back, right, with like little bits of bone sticking out, like direwolves tend to have.
Morrow, stick. I've still got
Stick?
the
Stick?
stick.
Uh,
Follow stick.
You kind of grab one of those like bony protrusions to kind of like pull her this way, and you hold the stick out, and she does start following you, but she's like looking back and forth between the stick and the music because she's really interested in the music, but she also wants stick. So you kind of pull her away, and her tail starts wagging less and less, but then she sees the stick and it starts wagging more again. And you kind of pull her away, and you guys head towards the guild. Nothing else really ends up distracting her. She gets back close to you again. You're out of range of the music, and you go to the guild. You also see this man, this
Giant.
big guy, just snoring there on the sidewalk in front of the guild. Do you do anything with that?
I'm gonna see if he's got anything useful on him.
All right. Roll me a sleight of hand. 21. You guys, your rolls, man.
That's actually really good.
Let's
Bad
see.
rolls.
What good does Aurora have on him?
Niham, what
see.
you got on you?
Pulling up his
You'll want to
character
let him roll to see if he notices too.
sheet. Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
a contested check.
true.
It's a
Yeah, go
perception
ahead.
or a passive perception.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception, Nihon.
Okay.
You have to beat a 21. Oh my!
Oh boy.
Equal beats.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Great roll.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a good roll.
Well,
So
that plus 3 in perception helps.
She has a +5 in sleight of hand.
Yep.
So
Oh, it
You-
happens, but you see it.
yeah. Well,
So I
so
go
what
to reach for it and he wakes up.
you go to reach for it and just sort of he doesn't wake up, but his hand kind of like smacks yours like while he's still sleeping. You don't know if it was a reflex or if he just happened to move right then, but
Divine
you're not able
intervention.
to
To find
check what's on him. So what do you do now?
Mara bite?
For a bite?
No. I'm telling Mara no bite.
Okay.
She's gonna want to bite someone that's
Oh yeah, she probably is like, "Arr!"
yeah,
And-
Mara's probably gonna growl at
Mhm.
the giant and wake him up.
He's a pretty heavy sleeper, so he still doesn't wake up. And that's mainly for continuity because you got to him before the other two.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll leave him alone. We'll go into the guild.
Okay. So you go into the guild.
Divine intervention.
All right. So that is where we're going to end it for today. You guys have left home. You've kind of looked around this awesome new town that you've arrived at and made your way to the guild. Played some music, had some fun. And we will pick up next time with the guild.
Definitely fun.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Yep.
I hope you all enjoyed this session so far.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Very much
I have
so.
a new best friend. It was great.
I just got smacked by divine intervention.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, your
Wonder if anybody
rolls
in
were
chat-
insane.
Well, our performance,
Yeah, performance roll was
Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah, the only thing that was bad was the music performance from the
I'm
bard.
kind of wondering how that roll actually worked, since I'm proficient in it. But it says my bonus is a +5, so I'm assuming that's with everything added in.
yeah,
Mhm.
it adds
Yep.
everything.
You
Yeah.
just rolled really low.
Yeah,
I'm looking at my proficiencies for my bonuses. I have a stupid number of bonuses, like all over the place.
Yeah, I've got like +2, +3, +5. Yeah.
I've
I
got
was gonna say, as
two
long as it's not
+7s.
a dex check, I'm pretty much good.
Does anyone in chat have any questions for any of us, or do any of
Yeah.
us or Meteor have any questions for each other? Anything that stands out? Things to improve on?
Yeah, like
Uh,
was there anything you didn't like that I did that I could fix for next time?
No, it's really good.
From my perspective, no. I don't know about everyone else, but it didn't seem like anybody had. At least anyone here in the group didn't seem to have any problems.
I know my voice work
enjoyed it.
could use some improvement.
Oh, don't
Fine, we
You're
got
worry
the-
too much
we-
about it.
we got the point. It's all good.
You're new, and to be honest, you don't have to do that unless you really want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to
think
try
Firebug
and
is
do it.
living
I
out
don't
his
guarantee that
character.
I'll be good at it.
He's
I was
Hey.
gonna try.
honestly.
He's gonna try. He's gonna try.
Everyone starts somewhere.
You think Firebutt is living out his catgirl dreams?
Honestly, I am surprised that I was able to straight up tell Firedale, your tail is so soft, and have no negatives whatsoever happen.
Yeah.
Like that could have gone bad, but no.
No.
No,
Curio is
That-
more
it
than
probably-
happy to enjoy everything.
It probably really excited your character to find Curio and like
Well, like
make
my
such good
character
friends with him
trips
right
over
after
something, and they're like, "This is really soft, actually."
Mm-hmm.
Soft
And
and
you're not like scolded and yelled at like you would expect to be.
Yeah, and I only had one tomato thrown at me. This is great. Like already exceeding expectations here. Can only go up from here.
And I actually did roll for that tomato too, and I rolled a 19. That's why
Yeah,
it hit you in the face.
That would have beat my armor class for sure. My armor class is 13.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Neon,
Yep.
what is your armor class when you are fully set up?
Like, as far as like what is it on my sheet?
Yeah.
It's 9.
Do you wear your equipment?
Oh.
You have to tell it that you want to wear your equipment and tell your weapons that you want to wield
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah,
18.
9 armor class. That is
Eight-
not right.
No,
It's,
18.
it's because he has a minus
you
1
go.
dex.
18, yes.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay,
go.
there you go.
If you
That's
go to
better.
your inventory, you want to
Yeah, I found
equip
it, yeah.
all those weapons and
Yeah, I found it.
shields and everything.
Yeah, I already
Did you
equipped all my weapons, equipped my armor.
I-
I added the sending stone to my inventory with the note that it only works to my mom.
Oh.
And we know that we're not holding all these things in our hand. It's just easier to have them all there. So
Right,
you're
I
ready
added
to
it
click
to my
anything.
backpack.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yep.
Most of my stuff's
So
on
I
there.
was
Yeah,
worried
you
about
just
you
put it-
there for a second.
Oh no. I just didn't have it checked.
And it's
That was all.
interesting to note that you also have a poorly drawn map from your homeland
Yes.
that depicts where you
Okay.
are,
Mm-hmm.
and a small piece of jewelry worth 10 gold pieces.
In the style of
From your homeland.
craftsmanship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine is a little ring at the base of my tail.
Yeah,
Well, 18 armor
for my
class. Yeah,
animal
that's
trophy,
much
I
different.
decided on a feather necklace.
Oh.
So just a tied feather on like a piece of leather cord. And I have my bag of assorted rocks that I just bought.
And
And
stones.
I don't think you have passive perception either.
We all do.
Everybody does. It's your wisdom stat generally. It's your wisdom stat is
There's
added to
an
it.
ability of passive perception though, like
There's passive whiz parentheses perception underneath saving throws.
Correct. Mine's a
Yeah, on the
13.
left side of the character screen.
Yeah, that is your passive perception.
Pretty much passive perception is if you take a 10 on a perception check. So
right.
it's 10
But
plus whatever their
there is an
perception
actual ability that like increases that so that like even when you're asleep, if someone
Right.
like tries to do something to you, you like immediately wake up.
Sounds like a feat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One other thing that I noticed when messing with the D&D Beyond character sheet when we were doing the shopping,
Mhm.
for currency is a little weird. You have to click currency to adjust it, and it's add, remove, or clear.
Yeah, you put a positive number and then you tell it whether that is actually taken away or added to.
Right, and if you're subtracting silver from gold, it won't necessarily show anything happening. So what I was doing was, since 1 gold is 10 silver pieces,
Right.
I removed a gold, added 10 silver pieces, and then subtracted
Yeah.
what I spent.
Right.
That's what I.
Oh,
That's
it
what
does
I.
an auto calculate.
Yeah, that's what I did too. So
It
works.
automatically zeroed it when I tried to auto calculate it.
Mhm.
It doesn't
Oh,
quite
because
work
it's
that way.
physical currency that it's got calculating there instead of
Right.
the value. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, most things that you'll be buying are going to be in gold pieces instead of silver pieces, but the little like trinkets and things that you were buying definitely would be silver.
And just in case, notice that Electrum is between gold and silver. So
Yeah.
don't add or remove Electrum thinking it's the silver one.
Right.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep,
Because it's
and
half a gold.
there probably won't
Yeah,
be.
So that's how I
much
tweaked
Electrum.
my currency.
Mhm.
I also
Okay.
added in the gold piece that we got before I subtracted the money I spent on the bag of rocks, so
Yep.
it works.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Cool.
So
Like,
meteor.
That's going to be the highlight of Saplin's call home at the end of the day, is going to be, I played music and I made a gold piece.
And I got a friend.
You're right. I
He
have a
was
new
soft.
best friend.
I have a friend with a really fuzzy tail.
Yeah.
So what do you think about us, Mr. Meteor?
I
Now
like
that
it.
you've kind of experienced our personalities in a way.
I especially liked Nihon's description of like how he became a paladin. That was like,
Yeah.
even if you did like just do that off the top of your head, it seemed like really thought out and really well done.
Yeah, it's not easy to do that stuff off the top of your head,
No,
really.
it's not.
It's not.
It's a like
Improving a backstory.
right. If I feel like maybe it's like almost like, hey, all those improv classes I took in like high school, being in drama club and all that stuff, yeah, helped a little bit.
You know what it was, don't you, Neon?
But
You received some divine help.
I did.
Divine intervention.
There we go. Yeah. Perfect.
Alrighty.
This was interesting. I hope Chad enjoyed a little.
Yeah.
I hope so too, yeah.
Anything
hope
else
my
you guys are
character
wanting to
didn't make
say
people
to
dizzy.
chat before we end?
I hope mine is not grating on anyone's nerves already.
No, not at
'Cause I
all.
know
It's
eternal
fine.
optimism can
Uh,
tread that line.
I'm actually looking forward to yours and Firedale's characters, sort of like pushing the buttons of the other two.
Yep.
Mine is an accidental button pusher.
Mm-hmm.
In all honesty, me as a player, I'm kind of surprised she went with it as good as she did. I fully expected his first interaction to be horrible.
I know. I was like unfazed. I'm like, oh, cool. He likes flowers too.
And
Just
by the way,
Yeah.
I originally did not have any of that planned. I planned all of that yesterday and today, based on you guys saying maybe they ran into each other.
So that was our running into each other.
Yep.
Mhm.
there we go. That's our connection.
Yep.
As long as nobody was carrying toast in their mouth and it dropped.
Mhm.
That's a love interest.
I'm kind
Oh,
of
God.
amazed that I actually succeeded that deck save
Yeah.
to not fall on my face.
Me too. It honestly, if you had like rolled really low or a one of your instruments was gonna break.
Oh, well, I have 3 of them. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. That was my plan if you rolled low. But then you rolled like super high. I'm like, okay, you don't fall then.
I mean, quite honestly, had I fallen and I'd gotten to dictate how I fell, I would have probably grabbed the tail, which might have resulted in a worse reaction.
That would have been awesome. I kind of wish that would happen.
Interesting.
Like, I am totally cool with RPing my character's fails in a way that drives the story.
Yeah. So this was interesting. I've not played D&D in more than a decade, other
Yeah.
than the one little game that I DM'd for Peak and Mooney. This is my first time being a player in more than a decade.
Mhm.
So I'm enjoying myself.
Good.
And it's a type of character that I've never played before. I've played a monk, but I've never played what I'm playing.
Right.
I just get the feeling that Morrow's gonna see Firedale's character and be like, "Cub, puppy," and
Lovey.
yeah,
Mhm.
She acted like a. Oh, that's not about this.
Yeah, that's
Just-
not about us.
someone else Nene's on about.
Yep. Yeah, about her last game that she did. Character
Mm.
really ticked her off and she quit.
Saplin, which at some point she'll probably tell you guys just call me Flynn. It's
Okay.
faster. But like she is just chaotic ball of joy.
I can't wait to see our new adventuring companion, Wolfie, and her pet friend.
Yeah. Oh, Banana, that
Yep.
would drive me crazy too. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hoped the stream enjoyed it. Looks like we got 9 viewers, so
Yay!
that's pretty impressive.
Thanks for being here, everyone.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely had fun. I've been looking forward to this for weeks, doing all this
Meteors
Yeah,
planning.
and festive.
I've been excited since last week, and I'm like, I gotta wait.
And the best part is, we didn't even get to any of the things I had originally planned yet.
we did session 0 and
Yep.
0.5. We got to the guild. We got
Yeah.
there.
Welcome to D&D, where the players totally blow every plan the
Uh-huh.
DM has
Oh,
out of the water.
I've gone into this expecting that, so All right. Well.
I mean, I could have sped things along on my end, but there was only so much I could do.
I do wonder what would have actually happened if Nihon hadn't like tied with me on that perception check.
You would have
You would
taken
have
something
stolen
from him.
Yeah.
Yep.
You would have taken
that wouldn't have been a
something.
good idea. Thinking about it, if we were gonna be in a team after, I don't know how I'd feel.
That's a
about
great
that.
way to meet. Enemies
Yeah.
become friends. I mean, that's a trope. So
Well,
Become friends,
either he
or-
would just be like, "Oh, I misplaced it," or like your character could be like,
Oh, I
Right.
found this. Is this yours?
I found this. Yeah.
when the guild sends us on a quest and he notices that fancy thing you've got that looks strangely like something he used to have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. So for those of you watching,
Hi,
thank you for
everybody.
watching. Thank you for
Hi, guys.
listening, and I'll see y'all next time. We're gonna be doing this next Friday, right?
Yep,
Yes.
next Friday.
Yep.
I'll
Hope so.
be-
All right.
Should be the plan.
See y'all
I'll be
next
around
time.
for about an hour or so. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.